Philip Keil has been Managing Director of the Baden-Württemberg Development Cooperation Foundation, SEZ, since September 2015. After completing an apprenticeship in banking, Keil studied economics, specialized in business ethics, and completed his diploma thesis in CSR rating. After completing his studies, Keil worked for Ernst & Young, including in the sustainability team. He then worked at the Stuttgart Exhibition Center, most recently as department head in sustainability. He brings his expertise to bear on issues of global justice and sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome to GPAD, Philip Keil.
Good morning, everybody, dear participants. I welcome you on behalf of the Foundation for Development Cooperation here in the Baden-Württemberg House and all over the world at your devices at home. I didn't like the word Keil. It's like very close to kill. So it's Keil, just. My name is Philip Keil, and it's also the first time to be here in the Baden-Württemberg House here in Berlin. The SEZ was founded in 1992 by the Parliament of Baden-Württemberg as an independent foundation. And our mission is to promote development policy commitment. We try to improve and deepen cooperation between Baden-Württemberg and countries of the Global South. We link up municipalities, private initiative, and regional initiatives. So we raise awareness throughout the globalization, throughout the global orders here in Baden-Württemberg. We try to do education work. And as we've seen in the speech of Timmy and also in the videos, the world is changing. The world is uncertain. The world is in a kind of disruption. So the framework of our work is a kind of the Sustainable Development Goals of the Agenda 2030 of the United Nations and also the Agenda 2063 of the African Union. And there for me are two key points in these agendas. One is we have to start not to develop others, we have to develop ourselves. Also, especially in Germany, in industry countries, we have to start development cooperation, not in the Global South, by others in the North. And the other thing is that cooperation and partnership is key. And that's what I would say is the center of our work, is the center of global partnership. And therefore, as we have seen already a couple of times, and we all know, Africa is key. So I think I've learned in the last journey for the last 7 years, like two lessons, and I want to share it with you. The first lesson when it comes to, as Burundi has a special position for us in Baden-Württemberg as it's a formal partnership, and we have relationships already about more than 3 decades, and there's a written formal partnership since 2014. Is a special case, but when I started to work in the SEZ, I didn't even know, I wouldn't say that I didn't know what Burundi is, but where Burundi is at least, and what country and what history do we have, and also that we have a common history as Germans together in Burundi. But if you talk about stereotyped images of Burundi, Burundi is by our Western measurements, or by statistic, one of the poorest countries of the world. And if you go on to the media and all the political issues, security issue, and all the poverty you see on the images, you see that all your stereotypes, they're just in your mind about this country and all the continent and all the justice. You have to get to know the people, and you have to get to know Burundi. And when I first traveled to Burundi in 2017, I noticed that the narrative is not true. Burundi is one of the richest countries from my perspective, from all over the world, I would say. By resources, by people, by cultural and spiritual experience. So it changed up my view on this country totally. And I think this example could also be stated for the whole continent, for Africa in general. And the second thing is, as you heard, I'm an economist. I'm not from the development corporation. So I tried to study a little bit after when I started here, what is development? Who are we developing? Where these systems comes from? And I wanted to cite my colleague and friend, James Chikwati from Kenya. And he already stated in the 2005 something, that we don't want development aid. We want to be part of the game. And by resources and by, as I already stated, by people and cultural poverty, Africa was the past and was also the future. About 60% of the resources in the future will come from Africa. So this is the basis of everything. So I think these are main ideas of this platform, Global Partnership African Development, trying to change the narrative. Therefore, first of all, I want to thank to Timmy. I think he's outside in the moment, but he will listen me by telepathy, to his team, to everyone supporting this platform, also to the speakers, all the partners, all the participants as well. It's really impressive what they are doing. You can't imagine how much they're working in the last months. I think the team is not sleeping for the last months already. So it's just impressive to create a platform like this here in Germany, in Baden-Württemberg, here in Berlin now at the moment, with the possibilities he has. So thank you very much to Timmy and his team, and I think this is should be a personal clap. Of course, I also want to thank to State Ministry. I don't know if they are at the device at the moment. Irene Mundel was meant to be here at the moment, but I especially want to thank to Rudi Hochfliet and the host here, and his and Dani Moratidis, his Stabschef, I would say, in the press conference, is going to make just a few words to us. But to be here in this platform, I think for them is a privilege. For us, it's a privilege. Thank you very much for this, and thank you very much for all your support for development cooperation in Baden-Württemberg throughout the world. Thank you very much. So, and of course, all the staff also from organizing this event from the Baden-Württemberg House as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, we've heard a lot about uncertainty, transformation, change. We need change. And I'm personally really convinced that we as Western people can reach transformation through a sincere partnership with African descendant, African people. And therefore, we just need to understand, we need to partner, we need to listen each other, and not to proceed in greater polarization. So therefore, I would just state, people of African descendants, you are the designers, you are the owners of the change of the world, of the prospects of Africa. So the stage is yours. Thank you very much.